Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense, issue number 1, The Black Goddess, by Dark Horse Comics, made by Mike Mignola, John Arcudi, and Guy Davis. So what is this? Well, that's a good question. I'm still unfamiliar with the whole Hellboy universe because this is a part of it. And this is a spin-off book from that series, and they have a lot of comics. And you know what? I thought to myself, these are, I believe, 5, maybe 6 issues. I bought them on a whim, and hopefully it's good. So this is the first one I've read, and I don't know, but let's dive in. So we begin, skipping a few pages, at a group. Wait, no. So maybe I should introduce you to these people. So if you can pause the video, you can read it in your own time. So we have Ape Sapiens, we have Liz Sherman, she's a fire starter. We have Dr. Kate Corrigan, professor. We have Panya, an Egyptian mummy, returned to life. And we have Johann Kraus, something. Anyway, so what are they doing? I have no clue. I believe they are just a group of people that just researching the paranormal stuff. Hunters, paranormal hunters maybe. I'm not entirely sure. And I thought to myself, well, maybe I should have, done this from the beginning and buy a trade paperback or something. But I didn't want to do it. I mean, I came across this book and I thought to myself, yeah, just buy it and see what happens. That maybe is a mistake, maybe not. But I'm rambling. So let's dive in. So we begin here with Johann Kraus, Ape Sapien, and a dude called, Devon. They are here, and the art looks really, good. I mean, this is a different art style that I'm used to, but I'm not against it. I think it fits the style. So this is a hideout maybe, with computers and bedrooms and tables and I don't know who these owners are or who's living here, but it seems that these 3 guys are researching and looking for clues, and then we switch immediately to this. So I thought to myself, okay, I turn the page, and then we have an action scene about this guy kicking weird dudes in the face and in the gut, and then you have a voodoo guy with crocodiles on a leash, and then Lobster Johnson comes in, and well, it just was a television show, I guess, or this guy is telling stories, and then he's getting, interviewed by this blonde woman, and the blonde woman is, forgive me if I do not know all these names, Kate Corrigan, for reasons. And and then we switch to our trio again, and they are looking for files. And the guy that we see earlier, that was Herrick McTell, and Kate is interviewing him about a whereabout. It seems that Liz, the fire starter, is gone, along with a 90-year-old man and a ghost, according to Ape Sapien. Why? I don't know. What are they looking for in this particular place? I don't know, except for certain clues. What kind of clues? I don't know. And that's a recurring thing, because they are looking also for a man called Memnon Sa, and I believe Memnon Sa was once called Martin Gilfried. Now, who is Memnon Sa? Also a good question, because it brings us back. I mean, that's what, like I said, who's this guy's name again? Jesus Christ, sorry, dude. Herrick McTell. So Herrick McTell tells a tale in the past, and these are his buddies, that the devil has been resurrected or something. And they call him Memnon Sa. Jesus. And it seems that he was a part of Lobster Johnston's crew. There's a Lobster crew or something. maybe you can. Do you remember the Legion? Well, forget about that because I know myself. I want to talk about other things to compare it to. Let's not do that. But these are his buddies, his companions, his you know, helpers, if you will. Sorry. And it seems that Lobster Johnson was scared, and he said he wasn't scared. He wasn't fighter, but it made him uneasy that the devil is back or something. And how do we defeat it? Not sure. But the problem is with this comic, it jumps from period to period to person. Now, normally I don't mind that, but it lies in the delivery, and this is just issue 1. Now, is this, let's say, issue 3 or 2, and we have some previous backstory about where this is going, you know, leading up, building up, then I said yes, but this is a lot of exposition and a lot of info dump that is very confusing to me as a new reader. So he explains that, I mean, this is from what the background, I thought this is the hideout that these guys were in, you know, this, you know, with the computers here, I guess. So he talks about his buddies, Bob and Bill, and they are looking for Memnon Sa, because that was their mission somehow. But every time they got closer to discovering things go bad. People were dying. So it seems that Bob was dying, and because of I don't know, a scorpion sting, and this guy hangs himself or is being hung. So Lobster Johnson says then to Martin, hey, just stop researching. We are losing our friends, although he doesn't say anything. But and I have also zero knowledge about Lobster Johnson, by the way, except that he is also, you know, in the Dark Horse Hellboy universe, I guess. And then we have a backstory of Memnon Sa, that he was, I don't know, from the 80s or 1800th century, and he was committed to Bedlam. I have to look that up, what that word means. And then he was discharged. He got some money from someone, and then he disappeared. And then he resurfaced in the 1900s. He was assisting a Mongol warlord. And then the translation from the reports, that his name was Memnon Sa, and he then resurfaced in New York City in 1937. And according to the files, Martin Gilfried, I believe Memnon Sa, that's his alias, I guess, is now 100 years and 1 year of age. So he must be an old man, but he doesn't like old. So what happened? I don't know. I don't know what Memnon Sa wants. I don't know why these people are looking for him, except there's a couple of people missing. Is he responsible for that? How did they know that Memnon Sa kidnapped them? I don't know. So meanwhile, we have some stuff of this, which I don't know what it means, because it doesn't go any further than this. And then we go to the mummy woman. And there's a zoo with dangerous animals, and they talk about that, and that's about it. And then we go back to Martin. Martin is losing touch with his buddy, and they are going to different ways. It seems that Lobster Johnson was called by the president doing missions, and he joins the ROCAF, Republic of China Air Force. I mean, is that what people can do? Just joining another country's... maybe I'm misinterpreting this is all, but it seems that he is, I don't know, now an ally of China? I don't know. And Lobster Johnson is doing missions in Hunter Castle, and that takes place in the Hellboy Conqueror War. I have the companions, so I don't need to read that. And then somehow he disappeared. And so Martin thinks that he is dead. But then, what's her name? Kirsten? Kate? Yes, Kate. Ask him, well, we are from the investigation department of weird things. We don't believe he's dead. And Martin says, well, I've seen him do many strange things, even limping. But he always comes out, you know, on top. And when on top, I mean, he is always surviving the most dangerous missions. Don't know how. Meanwhile, Martin wants to have revenge on Memnon Sa, and he's looking for him. So he's joining the Army Air Force and using 2 coordinates for his own personal gain, because he wants to know what happened to his friends and why he died, why they died, and how they died, etc. While Kate wants to know more about Memnon Sa. So, you know, the story goes a little bit further. Meanwhile, our trio here at the hideout of the Lobster group can't find anything. So this is a dead end, and they are going away. Also, then Martin says, well, he also fought in the Korean War. And Kate says, you fought in the Korean War too? Well, I never have a problem fighting for my country, Miss Corrigan. And all the time I spent in China, it came in handy for classified intel flights. But yeah, I found out where Sa was holed up, kept an eye on him. Big place, be hard to pack up and move. So maybe, who knows? What's this? Directions. And that's the end of the book. Okay. Yeah, a lot of info dump for the very first issue. So, again, I do not have knowledge about them. The Black Goddess is never mentioned, but okay. We talk about the Memnon Sa. Who is he? What is he? What does he want? Why is this people missing? How did that happen? What does this has to do with the Lobster group and Lobster Johnson? Questions. And I don't mind questions, but like I said, this is too much info and direct exposition for a first book. Like I said, two books in, 3 books in, and you give me this information, sure. But the building it up is in this comic is, here it is, you figure it out. Well, that's of course not what they meant, but there is too much in one issue for me to figure it out, and I don't mind waiting. You know, maybe the story unfolds in the later issues, but I don't care about these people, because the comic doesn't give me anything to care about. You know, Ape Sapiens, Hans Kraus, the people missing, the bad guy, if there is a bad guy, because it's just here it is, and here it is. Info dump, info dump, info dump. So is it good? I don't know. I really don't know. So because of that, I'm not invested. That doesn't mean it's a bad comic, but you know, for an issue 1, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't talk about the rest of them because I haven't read them. Can have you know, I don't know. I just give it a down for now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see what happens in the next issue, if it's getting better. And maybe I will enjoy it. Maybe not. We'll see. Bye-bye.